It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on another screwed up day. Coming to you on location from Cozumel, Mexico. Of course, I'm still on board the Adventure of the Seas for a little while, then going ashore. We'll get to that more in a minute. And folks, we're right in the middle of crew drill again. So, we're going to have sirens going off and people moving around and making noise and stuff. It seems like we get crew drill almost every week on the show. So that's going to be going on as well today. And then my bonehead move of the day was when I set this show, I set the clock 12 hours off. It was PM instead of AM. So I changed it just a few minutes ago. So we might be off sync with those of you that have the clocks synced to the show or whatever. So I'm just kind of killing time here for a second or two till everybody has a chance to come in. I see Gretchen's here, Jason, Carol, Cindy, Sonny. Okay, everybody's. Y'all have made it in despite my screwing with the clock. So I shall go on and start with today's show. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. On this, the 4th day of April, 2022. And today, folks, this is an important one to announce. Today's National Carrot Day. So if you're worried about your eyesight, go eat a carrot. If you're not worried about your eyesight, go eat a carrot. If you are fix a salad, make sure you put a carrot in it. And if you're eating a hamburger, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the carrot business. Anyway, it's National Carrot Day. Or you could eat carrot cake. That would work too. All right, cruise ships sailing today from North American ports. From Jacksonville, you got the Carnival Spirit, Port Canaveral, Independence of the Seas, Disney Dream, and Carnival Liberty. West Palm Beach, you've got the Margaritaville at Sea. Port Everglades, the Celebrity Millennium. Miami, the Celebrity Summit, Carnival Conquest, Freedom of the Seas, Norwegian Sky, and Carnival Sunrise. From Tampa, you've got the Carnival Paradise. New Orleans, the Carnival Valor. Long Beach, Carnival Radiance. Los Angeles, San Pedro, the Grand Princess, and Navigator of the Seas. Navigator of the Seas, that's my next ship, as a matter of fact. 14th of this month, I think it is. So anyway, today's headlines, we're going to get to it in a minute after our special feature this morning. The headlines are: Princess canceled 4 days of a 19-day cruise. Norwegian Star resumes. MSC Opera completes Drydock. And some more MSC news. Crew contracts could be extended. TUI Cruises is back at full fleet. And great news from Western Australia. That and a lot more here at 11 o'clock this morning. If you're listening via the podcast, welcome aboard. You can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts, like iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Podchaser, Pandora, Stitcher, Google Podcast, all the biggies. So, a little bit of a special feature this morning. I've been sitting on some news for a while, and I want to, it's been driving me nuts. So today, since we're in Cozumel, my very special guest is Elizabeth on location, coming from her flat in Cozumel. Good morning, Elizabeth. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Good morning. Welcome to Cozumel.
There you are. Yes, thank you. Okay.
I can.
I've been sitting
all
on
of a sudden,
news.
it's breaking up.
Oh, crap. Okay. You tell us the news.
Well, the big news, I hope you can hear me. If not, then you'll have to say it. The big news is, as many of you know, I got off the MSC ship on last Friday, and I have gotten a new ship, and I will be joining the Carnival Dream out of Galveston coming up on the 23rd of April. And so I will be on the Carnival Dream for indefinitely. So it's a full contract. Finally, I get a full contract somewhere. So that ship will be sailing in and out of Cozumel and doing Caribbean run for the rest of the year. So I'll be on that until they kick me off. Super excited.
Tell us again what you do. What's your job on the ships?
Well, it depends on the ship that you're on, what your actual title is. In my position, on Carnival, I'm called a shopping expert. On other lines, I'm the port and shopping person. I like to look at myself as not just the shopping person, but I'm your be all end all, anything you need to know about going ashore in port, where to shop, where to go to the beach, where the best bars are, where to get a good deal. And even if you're just buying a souvenir or a little trinket, where to get those items. And if you just want to go out and have fun in port, you've been there 100 times and you just want to do something different, I'm the person you come and see.
Okay. And we might also point out that Elizabeth was one of the witnesses Yep, there's the
never
crew,
fails. Crew drill.
There's the crap out of me. And now they're going to do this for a while. Okay. Elizabeth was a witness to the grand entrance of me at the No Name Bar. Tell us about that.
It was quite the spectacle, I must say. We can only laugh about it now because it was actually quite scary. And because I was so fearful that you were going to get hurt. I mean, anybody who knows those scooters are heavy. The battery in it was bigger than the little guy who was trying to pick you up. But as Chillie came in, I was talking to a friend of mine sitting by the pool. And of course, the area of the pool is up several steps and it's not accessible for the scooter. So of course I said, Chillie, meet me over at the bar. And he got so excited, he reversed it instead of going forward. And next thing I knew, legs were up in the air and the whole chair went backwards and we were, So everybody ran over to help. Thankfully, it wasn't really crowded at the time because I know you would have been super embarrassed, but we were just fearful that you would have gotten hurt really badly. And this went gracefully, and although I didn't feel like it was gracefully, but like I said, it was. You were laughing the whole way, though. I was really surprised.
Yeah. All right. So what are we doing today for lunch? Tell us where we're going.
I'm going to meet you over at Pancho's Backyard, which is a great restaurant. It is at the Porta Maya Pier. For anybody who's watching, going, hold on, if he's on Royal Caribbean, he'll be at the International Pier, which we know that. And so we're going to meet over at Pancho's Backyard, which is at Porta Maya. It's a great restaurant. There's one downtown as well, next to the store called Los Cinco Soles, or the Five Suns. And they're a family-owned and operated restaurant that happens to be right there at the pier. And it's a great, relaxed atmosphere. And they're known for their awesome margaritas. So I'm not a big margarita drinker. I know I live in Mexico, but anyway, I'll have an adult beverage today in your honor, Chillie.
Okay.
Because now I can drink.
All right,
I have all my medical tests and everything. I'm good to go.
I will have a report for everybody tomorrow on Pancho's. So All right, so I can get done and come meet you. I'm going to go on with the news.
Definitely.
Thank you, and I'll see you about 30 minutes after the show. I'll be there.
After the show. Yeah, and I'll be sailing out of Galveston, like I said. So anybody who's in the area, will be there every weekend. So every Saturday, I believe it is. So maybe I'll meet up with some followers of yours, Chillie.
Nice, very good. All right, thanks, Elizabeth. I'll see you in a little while. I'm going to go on with the news. All right, right after this word from one of our network sponsors. All right, back with today's news. Princess Cruises has made the difficult decision to shorten the current sailing of the Caribbean Princess by 4 days and disembark passengers in San Francisco rather than continuing on to Vancouver as was planned. This, according to officials, is due to dry dock needs requiring more time than originally planned. Guests on board are being assisted with travel home and offered compensation for the shortened cruise. The Grand Class Caribbean Princess left Fort Lauderdale on what was to have been a 19-night Panama Canal Pacific Coast cruise beginning Saturday, March the 19th. The ship has already visited ports of call in Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, and Mexico. Princess Cruises is arranging airfare home from San Francisco for all travelers, booked and paid for by the cruise line, regardless of whether the passengers had purchased airfare through Princess Cruises or if they had made independent arrangements. The cruise line was also covering hotel arrangements if necessary before the flights. Complimentary Wi-Fi vouchers and stateroom phone access have also been made available for passengers to permit them to contact family members or travel agents. Guests are encouraged to submit reimbursement requests, additional extra charges as needed for unexpected expenses. Anyone submitting these requests should be sure to include receipts and other documentation for consideration. Reimbursement will be considered, but is not guaranteed. If passengers have travel insurance, they should file first with the travel insurance carrier before submitting reimbursement requests to the cruise line. In addition, guests will receive full refunds for the unused shore tours, port taxes, post-cruise hotel packages, and other fees for the canceled portion of the cruise, and a $250 future cruise credit to all. One of the interesting things about this, the cruise lines normally, in dealing with airfare, they've always given a fight over airfare not booked through them. So if you book your own air, cruise lines want nothing to do with it. I've run into that several times in the past. This is interesting that they're covering air also that's independently booked. So that's a good move by Princess, by the way. Norwegian Cruise Line has officially brought back 14 of its 17 ships as Norwegian Star welcomed her first passengers yesterday. The Dawn-class ship set sail on the first of a number of Mediterranean sailings, a 10-day one-way sailing from Barcelona to Trieste in Italy. Along the way, the ship will visit 9 amazing ports of call, including Saint-Tropez along the French Riviera, Rome and Naples in Italy, Corfu and Gruž, Dubrovnik in Croatia, among others. For the summer, the Star will reposition to Northern Europe with itineraries embarking from Southampton and Reykjavik, Iceland, including ports of call in Scotland, England, Iceland, Ireland, Norway, and Greenland. Cruise length range from 10 to 12 days. Hot Air Tom, are you booked on that yet? Wouldn't be surprised. MSC Opera has recently completed a dry dock at the Palumbo, Malta shipyard as it gets prepared to resume service later this month. This is part of 150 planned dry dock days for MSC this year. The 2,160 guest ship is now ready to resume service, scheduled for April 24th, launching a summer program in the Western Mediterranean. The MSC Sinfonia also started back earlier in the month, so that's 2 more ships in the MSC family sailing now. Also from MSC is planning to introduce a new stay and cruise package this summer. The line's guests for Eastern Mediterranean voyages will have the opportunity to spend up to 2 days exploring either Venice, Italy, or Athens, Greece, before they set sail for the 7-night cruises. The company said the offering will also be rolled out in late summer 2022 for MSC Cruise U.S. sailings from Miami and Port Canaveral, Orlando, with New York added in summer of 2023. The new comprehensive offer includes up to 2 nights accommodations in a 4-star hotel with breakfast included, a half-day exploration excursion, luggage transfers from the hotel to guest cabins on board the cruise ship, and private ground transportation to the vessel's embarkation port. The hotels will have dedicated MSC cruise staff on hand at convenient times throughout the day in the lobby to provide guests with information. Air travel can also be booked through MSC and added to the stay and cruise packages. MSC is really going into the cruise industry full bore. The return of the cruise industry faced many hurdles along the way to full recovery, which is expected to happen by the end of this year. The cruise line and especially the crew have shown great resilience, reinforcing their ongoing efforts to return to full service. Given the travel and health protocols still in place, it's likely that crew contract lengths will be modified, potentially reduced or extended once the crew is on board, while the contract upon sign-on will reflect the standard length of each position. They need to be aware that there might be extensions of up to 90 days. And because of shortages, it's expected that there'll be extensions rather than shortenings. TUI Cruises celebrated an important milestone for the company yesterday when it marked the return of service for its final ship in the fleet. Mein Schiff Herz has departed from La Palma on a 10-day Gran Canaria to Mallorca voyage as the 7th ship in the fleet to resume cruise operations. This week, Oceania Cruises also reached the same milestone following the departure of the Nautica. That's it for news for today. So we'll jump over here and see who is in the chat room, so I can get on with going to meet the lovely Elizabeth on location at Ponchos. All right. Gretchen's here, Jason's here, Carol, Cindy. Sonny's with us. Jason likes my pizza reviews. Thank you, Jason. Cindy, did you hear about Elon Musk creating his own cruise company? Are you serious? I haven't heard that one either. Travels with Lizzie Lou is with us. Hi, Lizzie. Jason likes carrot cake. Clap, clap. Hot Air Tom has been banned. What's he banned from this time? Yeah, Lizzie Lou says banned from what? Hot Air Tom says May cruise April 9th has just been canceled. So they did. Well, that's since this morning when I checked on it, because I could not get any information earlier So they have canceled the 9th. Busy canceling hotels, rentals, parking. Yeah, that's, I don't know. Jason says, Hot Air Time's banned from NCL. Oh, well, Tom, I'm sure you're at least half expecting it now. We've been watching it close. Hot Air Tom has no idea what he's banned from. Banned from naked sunbathing? Well, let's hope that's the case. What did Jason say? Oh boy, Carnival Dream is nice. Yeah, she's really excited. I can tell you that. Like I say, I've known about this for a while, but I wasn't, I couldn't let the cat out of the bag until she got all the paperwork done, the medical passed. Each cruise line has their own medical protocols that you have to go through for all crew members. And even though she came from one ship to another ship, she had to go through all the tests, all the stuff again. So I've known about it for some time. So, but I tell you, she's got a fabulous deal and is really, really excited about this. And Hot Air says, yeah, Cindy actually wanted it to cancel. I'm not surprised because you got that big unknown factor now. Is this thing going to break while we're on the cruise? Cindy Lee, not Cindy Henry. Cindy Lee says, no, Jason, I didn't. That would be awesome. Jason says she's a planner. Chillie, do a spinneroonie. It would be a little difficult because I'm using the camera on the computer. Well, yeah, I could do a spinneroonie, come to think about it. Let's see if this will work. I'm not entirely, oh no, I don't have enough cord to do that. Sorry, that's not going to work, Jason. I could do that if I'm on the phone, but I can't do that because I'm tied down to the computer without this combobulating everything in the middle of the show. So I will do a spinneroonie for you the next time that I'm on using my camera in the phone instead of the camera with the computer. I had to do that because of interviewing. It's very difficult to have a live stream interview like we did with Elizabeth this morning and run the show from the phone. Yes, I can do the show from the phone, but it's just more difficult. So that's why I'm using this camera as opposed to the phone camera. So, and Jason's laughing at me. Now that's normal. Cindy says, congratulations, Elizabeth. Wish I had a cruise scheduled on the Dream. I'd love to try Carnival at some point. Yeah, Lizzie, just so you know, I mean, I've been a Carnival guy forever. Jason is a big Carnival guy. He's starting to spread out a little, not as much as I have. But yeah, I'll have no problems with, going back and doing Carnivals again. My biggest thing is I want, I'll look for some kind of a break on the single supplement. And it doesn't have to be a huge break. It doesn't have to be 100%. The captain's announcing now, so they're going to probably blast the horn again. Sonny says congratulations to Elizabeth. Jason says we love Chillie. There's Emily. Emily says hey to me and hey to Elizabeth. You guys have fun. Yeah, we will. Rumor says Hot Air Tom on Carnival soon. Boy, that one would be surprised. Tom can go Carnival Dream. Hot Air Tom will get a balcony for free just for showing up. Ship is still busted up. We'll be interested to see if it actually gets fixed. Yeah. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Caribbean Princess, I heard no flushing toilets, so they need to get it to Drydock in Portland ASAP. Yeah, that could cause a mess. We don't need another poop ship. That's Carnival has a copyright on that. Yeah, they had an issue on one of the ships. They did. The hull is cracked on NCL, just like Chillie. He ran into the sand. Yeah. Jason says, I've been on 15 Carnival cruises and I have never seen any problems at all. Yeah, Elizabeth hopped over in the chat room. Thanks everybody for the kind words. Nice t-shirt, Chillie. We need some photos with adult beverages. The adult beverages are soon to happen. As soon as I finish processing the show, I'm heading down. The MSC pizza review was amazing. My friends want to go on MSC now just for the pizza. That's pretty cool. Testing for the European cruises will be interesting. I saw celebrity assisted COVID protocols for the transatlantic cruises. Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. When did I talk about that? I didn't do a show yesterday. That was Cruise Amigos. Must have been Saturday. Oh, Saturday show I did. I did a show Saturday, an unscheduled show Saturday. Talked about the celebrity protocols then for the TAs. Emily says, get some adult beverages. Rest assured, we will. Hot Air says within 270 days, more testing is required. Different forms for Bermuda. Yeah, but I will mention all of that. I'm still working for RCI to release European protocols for my sailing on Anthem of the Seas next month. Okay, Katie missed Elizabeth news. She's going to be on the Carnival Dream out of Galveston soon. The 23rd, 24th, somewhere in the next couple weeks. Chillie needs rear-view mirrors on the scooter, also the little streamers out of the handles, maybe a few pinstripes. How about training wheels? That would help more than anything, Sonny. Put training wheels on the damn thing. Yeah. And who was it? Oh, Emily wanted to know if I went to the ship's doctor. No, I didn't go to the ship's doctor. I mean, I got banged around, but I didn't get really hurt. Hey, there's Nikki with us. Good morning, everyone. She says, congratulations to Elizabeth on her new adventure. Hope you're feeling better, Nikki. Nikki's got to get back on her feet now and get her strength back for her next adventure coming up soon. Don't they have rear view mirrors that clip on the glasses? Use it for bicycling? Yeah, that would probably do. How cold was it on the ships you've been on lately? Man, I tell you what, it's cold. I've ended up going back from dinner last night. I went straight to the cabin and put on long sleeves. And then I was so damn tired. I said, wait a minute, I'm not going back out tonight. So I stayed in. That's you, Jason, you asked me to put some content up. I was too tired to do anything. I was just whipped yesterday. I did two shows yesterday. So that's a couple hours for us to set up and all that business. Yeah, I was whooped. maybe dye my hair red. Yeah, no, Chillie's not dyeing hair. That's dead. What you get's what it is. Sonny says, good to hear you're doing better, Nick. Jason says, I know you like J.J. Cruz, but who do you not like? Well, there are a couple, and I'm not going to mention their names, that just I find to be arrogant. A couple that absolutely want nothing to do with me. Tony and Don, I have had issues with in the past, mostly over the way they clickbait, and I've discussed that directly with them, that I disagree with the way they do things at times. However, especially with Tony, you know, I'll check out some of his stories. Now, I always have to verify them. But yeah, then there's some on there that I don't think do much of a verification job on stories and just go with rumors. That I hate. Chillie needs a manager. I need somebody to take care of me, Jason, because I'm constantly screwing something up. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock again. Wednesday morning when I get back to Galveston could be interesting. I might end up in a McDonald's for the show Wednesday, but we'll see. But anyway, we'll be doing the show tomorrow. We'll see about doing a live stream tonight. Depends on what happens. So that's going to wrap me up for today. As always, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. And hopefully one day soon, we'll all get together on the high seas. And thanks, Elizabeth. I'll see you in a few minutes. Love you guys. See you later. This is the old fat travel guy. Have a great day.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.